Tes, am I audible? Muhammad Farhan, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello, good morning, Muhammad Farhan. How are you feeling today?
Um, Doing great.
Good. First of all, would you please rename yourself to be just a short name, like
Okay, wait.
Muhammad or just Farhan? Yes. Thank you. Good morning, Rafifa. How are you feeling today?
I'm fine.
You're fine?
Yeah.
Great. Uh, Thank you so much for coming today. While waiting for the others, let me just introduce myself. My name is Haidir. Today, I'm gonna be your tutor because your previous or your regular teacher, Kak Mutia, is not available at the moment because uh, she's not in a good shape at the moment. So yeah. All right, before we begin anything, would you please remind me what you have learned before? Farhan, did you attend the previous meeting with Kak Mutia?
Yeah, we learned last week we learned how to make graph
Mm-hmm.
and topic about agree and disagree writing topics.
Mm-hmm. And how many diagrams did you discuss with Kak Mutia last week?
I don't think we have discussed about diagram.
You mentioned about graphics, no?
No, we were talking about agree and disagree and draft, how to make a draft.
What kind of graph?
Drafts.
Yeah, what kind of graphics?
No, not graphic. I mean,
Was it line chart or pie chart or table? Oh, drafts. All right, my bad. Thank you. Yes, gotcha. Oh, so it was about the IELTS writing task too, yeah, last week?
yeah.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Farhan. Brigita Elena, good morning. Brigita Elena, you there? Hello. Can you hear me? Brigita? All right. Rafifa, you still there?
Yeah.
What about the week before, last week? What have you discussed with Kak Mutia?
Last week I was not joined the meeting.
I'm not asking about last week because Farhan has already mentioned about the materials last week, the week before last week, so 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
Did you attend?
um, we learn about how to make line graph.
Line graph. So you have mastered the line graph, yeah?
Uh, I guess a little bit.
What else after line graph?
Last week, pie chart, table, and bar chart.
Okay. Yes. So you have learned about line graph, bar chart, table, and pie charts. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna check Brigita Elena once more. Brigita Elena, are you here? Brigita, are you having a trouble with your audio? Can you hear me? I'm just checking out, checking in. Brigita? Okay. All right. Let's go back with Rafifa. Rafifa, can you please sum up what you have learned about those four diagrams or graphics? How to write, how to describe line graph, bar chart, pie chart, and table. Do you remember anything from Kak Mutia?
First you must write paraphrase of the question the sentence, and then in paragraph 2 you must write the what is name overall
Mhm.
and then you must make the body 1, body 2, and body 3.
Okay, yes, yes. So you have to write down the paraphrasing sentence from the
Yeah.
prompt, and then the overview, yeah,
Yeah, overview for
overview
your overview.
sentence starting with overall, blah, 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 blah.
Uh,
And then you have body one and body two.
yeah.
What do you need? What are you talking about body three? Why do you need the third body? What is it for?
If if just 2 paragraph is not enough, you can add the body 3.
Okay, yes, yes. Farhan, do you still remember how many words you should write for the IELTS writing task one?
Around 250.
250 words for the IELTS writing task one.
Eh, 150 ya?
Yes, that's a minimum, yeah?
Yeah.
And would you divide it into 3 paragraphs or 4 paragraphs for the task one?
If I'm
100.
not mistaken, 3 paragraphs.
Pardon? Did you say 3 or 4?
3.
Yes, yes. Ideally, you have 3 paragraphs for the task one, consisting of 150 words minimal,
Mhm.
and 250 words for the task two
Yeah.
minimum. Yeah. Celia, you there?
Yeah, hello.
Hello, good morning. How are you feeling today?
I'm good, Kak. Thank you.
Great. How should I pronounce your name? Celia or Celia?
Celia.
Celia, right. Celia. Nice to meet you, Celia.
Nice to meet you, Kak.
Great. All right. Please be ready. And can I ask you for a favor, if you can? Would you mind opening your cam so I can see your face and we can have, like face-to-face interactions? I mean, on these e-meetings, I would be delighted if I can see your faces so we can talk and we can discuss. Yes, having great interactions. in the main activities, if that's okay, if you can. Can you open your cam throughout the classroom? Farhan, Rafifa, and Celia? I'm still waiting for the others. Celia, how many classmates do you have here usually in this class with kamu
Usually,
tiga?
about 11 or 12.
Okay, okay. All right. All right, without further ado, let's get started. Yes. Okay, last reminder, we're gonna be having IELTS writing task 1 activities. We're gonna practice to write more. So please be ready with your keyboard, yeah? Because I'm gonna call out your name one by one, and I'm gonna ask you a lot to write down, a lot of writing activities in the chat box. So please be active in the next 3 hours, okay? All right, so today we'll be learning about these 3 final diagrams or graphics for the IELTS writing task 1, for your IELTS writing task 1 test, yeah? It's gonna be about map and process or procedure and the mix of diagrams or graphics, okay? And we're gonna look at the model answer or the sample answer, the sample report text for the IELTS writing task 1, and you're gonna exercise a lot in between, okay? So first of all, what do you know about map? What kind of diagram is it? What kind of graphic? What kind of graph? Any ideas? You may unmute yourself or just chat me on the box. Celia, what do you know about a map?
Zuri, in IELTS map, the map shows us about the structure of a building, like where is the toilet, where is the gate. For example, like a building structure of a museum. And we have to explain like where is the code for every room, something like that.
Yes, you're so right. Thank you so much for giving your ideas. Before we continue, Happy, are you there? Happy, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mister.
No, 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 Mister, no, Kak, no, sir, no, Mas. Just call me by my first name, Haidir, and I'll call you by yours. Understood?
Okay.
Cool. Happy, good morning. How are you feeling today?
I'm fine, Haider. How about you?
I'm so happy, Happy. I like your name. Uh,
Oh,
I'm so delighted to meet you today. Happy, have you ever seen a map before?
yes.
What kind of map did you see before? Happy, I was asking what kind of maps did you see before?
Map in the road, maybe.
A
In the
map what?
traffic, maybe.
Mm-hmm. And if you see a map, if you hear the word map, what are the characteristics of the map in your mind? How does it look like?
I think it's maybe it's very confused for another people, but I think I can read the maps when I drive.
Exactly.
So it's maybe I can.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you're right. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Happy, for your explanation. Farhan, why do you need to see a map on a daily basis?
To seek for a direction.
To see a guidance, yeah, to see
Yeah.
for a direction. For
Uh-uh.
what? Why do you need a direction for?
Maybe in some case for a direction for a meeting room in my office, or maybe a direction to the place that I need to go to.
Yes, you're right. That is the essence of a map, yeah? Thank you, Farhan. Najwa, Kayla, Frizalia, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Good morning. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great.
What can I call you?
You can call me Najwa.
Najwa. Well, welcome back and nice to meet you, Najwa. Can you please change your name? Please rename your device to be just a nickname.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, because I'm gonna call out your name a lot in the next 3 hours, okay? So please bear with me. Lintang, are you there?
Yes.
Hello, Lintang. Good morning. How are you feeling today?
I'm still a little bit sleepy.
Why? Did you not get enough sleep last night?
Yeah, I slept late last night.
What happened? Can I ask why?
Because my mother and my sister is in town. So
Oh,
I was out with them.
so it was a happy journey then, yeah?
Yeah,
It must be a
yeah.
happy night. All right. I'm so sorry for bothering your morning, but we have to practice your IELTS writing task one for your official exam. Is that okay?
Okay.
Cool. Najwa, can you rename yourself or do you need help? Let me just help you. Najwa, I got you. All right. Rafifa, last question for me about the map. So in the IELTS writing task one, can you guess what kind of descriptions do you need to report about a map?
About place,
Mm-hmm.
where is it, and yeah, some kind of that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For the others, if you see a map in your official IELTS exam on your paper or on your computer, on your screen, what kind of descriptions would you write down regarding the map? What are the things that you'd like to write about a map? Can you please chat me on the box? Just a main points, yeah, about the things that you write about a map. What kind of report do you need to write down? 1 minute, type it down. 1 minute, good luck. Main features, what do you mean by that, Farhan? Farhan? What are the main features of a map? Farhan, can you hear me?
Hello. Maybe like the buildings or the facilities or the road.
Yes, yes. It could be a street, a road, or the facilities of the buildings. You're right. Those can be the examples of the main features that you need to write down or report or explain. Thank you, Farhan. Lintang, description about nearby shops or buildings or attractions. Yes, 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 that could be right. Other thoughts? Please type it down. Comment on the chat box. I want you to be active, proactive on the chat box, or vocally. Verbally, yes. Position about the place, yes, the location. Celia, the direction. So if we're talking about the direction, What are the words? What are the vocabulary? What's the vocabulary to explain about the direction, Celia? Can you give us some examples, please? Nearby, across, yeah. Or south, east, west, north, right? Any other opinions? Other thoughts? How do you explain or describe a map? Is that all? Is that all you've got? I haven't heard from Happy. Happy? Lintang? Oh, Lintang has written something, sorry. Happy, any thoughts? Najwa, any thoughts?
I think the map, the main features about the map is which places is near what places. Like that is what mostly been asked in the test.
Yes. You can explain about the neighbors of the buildings, yeah? To
Yeah.
guide the reader a specific location. It is close to what? Next to what? Behind
Yeah.
what? In front of what? Yes, you're right.
There's
Thank
a lot of questions like that.
you. Thank you, Najwa. What about Happy? Any thoughts, Happy?
I think I'm same with Lintang idea.
Okay, cool.
About, yes.
About what?
About the maps in the buildings or nearby shops, maybe. I think it's the same with Lintang.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for contributing to the class discussion. Thank you, Happy. So basically, in your IELTS writing task 1, just to review, do you still remember how many graphics or how many diagrams which are possible to come out in your exam? How many possibilities? Do you remember?
2.
Yeah, for the combination. 6 for almost. The possibilities are actually, there are 7 possibilities, yeah? Line graph, bar chart, table, pie chart, a map, a process or procedure, and or the combination between the two, right? So there are 7 possibilities. Right now, we're focusing on the map, yeah? So if you are talking about the map, there are according to Kobi, there are 2 types of a map for your IELTS writing task 1, a comparison map and a development map. For me, it's basically almost the same. What's the difference? A comparison is just like about the changes, perhaps. You're gonna be focusing on the changes in the comparison map. However, on the other hand, comparatively, for the development map, it's gonna be about a future plan, yeah? So your tenses must be a combination of a present tense or future tense, perhaps. So I think that is the distinction between the two, okay? Please have a screenshot of this table because you can use this beneficial vocabulary for your transition, for your signposting, for your linking words to write down your map report. Please give me thumbs up if you have screenshot this table. Thank you, Najwa. Thank you, Lintang. The others? Happy? Thank you. Farhan? Najwa? Thank you. And another one, please take a screenshot to describe a scale, position, and or a place. These are a very, very helpful vocabulary from Kobi. Yes. But these are just the examples. There are other alternatives. You can be creative about your transitions or signposting, but these are the obvious or the common options that you can choose to write down in your report. Have you screenshot this? Thumbs up, please. You may have a look at the table later after the class on the slides provided on your Google Classroom from the admin or from Kak Mutia, yes? Okay, so this is the structure of a on how to report a map. From my personal recommendations, 150 words, you can make it or divide it into 3 paragraphs, just 3. Okay, number 1, introduction, second paragraph, body 1, and third paragraph, body 2. Okay, like you mentioned before, the first paragraph is about paraphrasing statement. The introduction consists of a paraphrasing statement, like this example, the provided map or the 2 maps above reveals blah, 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 right? And after that one paraphrasing statement, you write down the overview. So overall, how many significant changes you notice from the maps by writing, it is interesting to note that there are 7 significant changes from the comparison or from the development maps. Okay, so that would be your first paragraph as the introductory paragraph. Any questions about introduction? All good, all clear? Thumbs up if you don't have any questions. Guys, I want to confirm. I want to know if you are still here because I cannot see you. So please give me thumbs ups. Thank you, Najwa. Okay.
Would you like to give an example for overview?
Of course, I will. We are going to proceed to that after I'm explaining about the body 1 and body 2 formula. Just a very short theory. Okay. Regarding body 1 and body 2 paragraphs, you have to explain and highlight the significant changes. So what are the significant changes? So in your overview, in the introduction paragraph, you mentioned how many significant changes, right? After that, you have to divide it into 2. So for example, there are 6 significant changes. You explain the 3 in the first body and the final 3 significant changes in the second body. Okay, it's just reporting. Okay, remember, you do not argue anything. You do not opine any arguments or any thoughts. It's just a factual statements or descriptions. That is the distinction between IELTS writing task 1 and task 2, right? Task 1, it's just reporting facts. You just report factual, no thoughts, no opinion, no recommendations, just the factual descriptions from the diagram or the graph. Meanwhile, task 2, then you can elaborate more on your opinions or thoughts. All right, enough for the theories. Let's go with this exercise. Farhan, and for the others, before I show you the example of the introductory paragraph and body 1, body 2 paragraphs, I want you to have a look at these 2 maps over here. And I want you to write down number 1. Do you think it's a comparison map or a development map? Okay. And number 2, what you need to do, I'm gonna give you 5 minutes to have a look at these 2 maps and find out the significant changes. I want you to list down at least 5 significant changes between the 2. Any questions about my instructions? Is that all clear? You have 5 minutes to do this. After 5 minutes, please submit your answer on the chat box. 5 minutes start from now. Good luck. All right, everyone, we still have 30 seconds left, but I notice all of you have submitted your outlines. So thank you very much for being so early. First of all, I'm gonna go with Farhan. Farhan, would you please read the instruction here out loud? All of them. Thank you. Farhan? Hello.
Yeah, sorry.
It's all right. Can you please read these instructions out loud?
The diagrams below show
Mhm.
the site of a school in 2004 and a plan for changes to the school site in 2024. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparison where relevant.
Mm. And do you think it's a comparison map or development map?
Um, um,
I
maybe,
noticed you wrote down comparisons map. Why?
yeah. But I think it's a development map.
I think it can be both,
Shows,
yeah.
huh?
I think it can be both, but
Oh,
according to Kobi, it's a development map because
because it shows a plan for the new school site in for 2024.
exactly because there's a future plan in 2024. If we refer to the present, it's not a future anymore because right now it's 2024 already. But this question was made like 5 years ago or 10 years ago. So in your real test, it could be 2035 or something. So because there's a future plan, you can call it development map. Before we continue, Natania, are you there?
Yep.
Good morning. How are you feeling today, Natania?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. Sorry, I'm late coming to the class.
No, it's all right. You're good. You must have your reasons. You paid for this. It's not my loss. Uh, welcome back, Natania. So you are missing some information at the beginning. It's okay. You can have a look at the recording later on the Google Classroom, and you may have a look at the slides on the Google Classroom as well. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Please keep up and catch up. Yes?
Okay.
Okay, cool. Farhan, you wrote 3 changes. Can you
Yeah.
explain more?
The first changes is the new school building 3 located on the previous sport fields area, a new
Okay.
car park behind the building 3, and a new relocated sport fields.
Okay. So everyone, do you think the school building 3 is a change or a new addition?
How many addition?
Exactly. So you have to
Oh,
be careful and be mindful of this. Yeah. A changes versus additions are two different things.
I see.
Change. Can anyone give me an example of any changes here? What are the changes? Natania? Have a look at these two maps. What are the changes? One example. Any ideas?
Um, the path between school building 1 and school building 2 is now smaller.
Exactly. That's a change. Yeah. There's a change in the path. Previously in 2004, it was longer. And in 2024, it's going to be shortened, right? That's a change. A comparatively, the school building 3 is a new addition because in 2004, there was no any school building 3. There were only 2 buildings there. Okay. Thank you, Farhan. Next, Rafifa, can you please elaborate your findings?
So I find the same as Kak Natania, where the path is become smaller, and then the school building 1 and the school building 2 is combined, and then the sports field is now become a car park too, and then they added some school building in front of the car park too.
Yes, you have mentioned a lot there. Thank you, Rafifa. Najwa, any additions from Farhan and Rafifa? Najwa?
I would say that they shorten the path from they shorten the path to connect the school building 3 to between the school building 1 and 2, and I think they also added some road behind the school building 2, and that connects to the car park 2, and just in front of the sport fields.
Exactly. Thank you for pointing out about the road, Najwa. One follow-up question from me, Najwa. What do you think about the car park 2? Is it a new addition? Is it changing the sport field? Or the sport field, what happened there? What would happen there?
I think that with the changes that the car park 2 has, the car park 2 and the building 3 has their impacts on the sport fields. They relocate the sport fields into another space, and they minimize the sport fields. So yeah, it changes a lot of for the sport fields.
Thank you so much for your descriptions. Very comprehensive, Najwa. Well done. Lintang, any new findings from you, Lintang?
That's all.
That's all, yeah. Najwa and Rafifah and Farhan have covered everything. Do you agree, Celia?
Yes, I think that's all the significant changes.
Okay, don't worry, because I have a new job for you too, Lintang and Celia. Lintang, can you please read this first paragraph out loud?
The maps illustrate how a school site is planned to be developed over a 20-year period. Next. Overall, there will be extensive developments with regards to construction of buildings, facilities, and roads in the school site during these 20 years.
Okay, so this is another way of doing it. You can separate the introductory paragraphs into two, paraphrasing sentence and overview sentence. But if I were you, I would just combine them into one paragraph because it's a bit strange or weird for me to see two paragraphs consisting only one sentence. Why would you separate them if you can combine them? So if I were you, I would combine these two sentences into one solid paragraph. Yeah. Okay. Because I cannot call this a paragraph because it's only one sentence. And this is also not another paragraph because it's only one sentence, right? So academically, I would prefer combining them into one solid paragraph, a very short one. But Lintang, what do you think about the paraphrasing system here? Is it a good paraphrasing system? Is it a good paraphrasing sentence, you think? Lintang?
I think it's good enough.
Why? What has been paraphrased from the first sentence, from the prompt?
The span year, the task said 2004 changes to the school sites in 2024, and it paraphrased into 20-year period.
Exactly. So 2004 until 2024, it becomes over a 20-year period. That's the first paraphrasing system, by changing the words, by having the synonyms, the same meanings, yeah? Different words, but same meanings, like a synonym. Any other paraphrasing system did you notice, Celia?
I noticed the passive sentence.
Where?
The how a school site is planned to be developed.
Develop.
Yeah,
Repeat after me. Develop.
develop.
Yeah. Paraphrase from what sentence? Which one? Which words?
From the plan for changes to the school site.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
another way of paraphrasing is by changing the structure or changing the grammar. For example, in this sentence, the author changed the active voice, the plan for changes, to be is planned to be developed, becoming passive voice. That's a really good and advanced paraphrasing system. Yes, if you can have both grammar and vocabulary changes, that would be great for your paraphrasing sentence, for your paraphrasing system. Any questions about paraphrasing? All good? All clear? Thank you. Next, Happy. Happy, can you please read the overview sentence again?
Yes. Overall, there will be extensive developments with regards to constructions of buildings, facilities, and roads in the school site during these 20 years.
Did you notice any errors in this overview? Or do you think it's already perfecto, 100%? Any typos? Any misinterpretations? Any errors? Anyone?
Think no.
Why would you write extensive developments instead of 5 changes or 10 developments? Why using the word extensive instead of the exact numbers of changes? Happy.
They use extensive, the word extensive, because it's like extensive meaning is like the majority of it. So like if you only said there are only 10 or 5 changes, you wouldn't actually really know, because that's what they're planning on to do, but uh you wouldn't really know what any other changes that it's going to make from the first map that they have made for the 2024. So extensive development means that in majority there will be a lot of changes, a lot of developing for the school. side.
Thank you so much, Happy. That was very constructive. Yes, I totally agree with you. I think the reason why the author chose the word extensive instead of the exact number of changes is because they might be not so sure how many changes. So just to be quick, just say override extensive instead of 5 changes. But Happy, in your outline on the chat box, I noticed you wrote 5 points of changes. So in the real test, would you rather writing there will be 5 changes or there will be extensive developments? Which one do you prefer? Which approach? Happy? Happy? Can you hear me? Hello? Happy, you there? All right, maybe Happy's away from the keyboard. Maybe Happy's still in the toilet. It's all right. So you can choose either way. Either way is right. Yeah. You can choose to write extensive developments if you're not so sure how many changes, or you can go with the approach, this specific approach by saying there will be blah, 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 or how many changes. For example, 5 changes with regards to construction of buildings, facilities, and roads in the school site during these 20 years. Before I go to Natania for to read the body paragraphs, I'm still having one more follow-up question. Back to Najwa. Najwa, can you hear me?
Yes.
Najwa, why the author wrote 3 keywords here? Sorry. Yeah, 3 keywords. Buildings, facilities, and roads.
Because buildings is a relevant point because it changes a lot of stuff. It would mean that they take more students, they have more classes, and facilities means what the students will get. So there are changes in the facilities, and that would mean to tell us the information that the facilities that the students will have. There will be changes in the facilities that the students will have, and the roads too. It means for parents who wants to pick up and drop off their kids. It means that there are an alternative to that too. So yeah.
Can you please elaborate more on the buildings and facilities specifically? Which one do buildings and facilities refer to from these 2 maps?
Oh, for buildings means the school building 3, and for the facilities means the sport fields.
Okay, but I think we both agree that there's only one row, right?
Yes.
Why in the sentence, in the overview, the row is written with S?
Oh, because there is the original roads in the before the main entrance and the car park 1, and the new one which is behind the school building 2 that connects to the car park 2.
Nice catch. Well said, Najwa. Thank you so much for helping me out. Nathania now. Nathania, you there?
Yeah.
Can you please read the first body paragraph here?
Okay. In 2004, there was only one car park to the west of the site where the main entrance to the school was located. There were also two school buildings, accommodating 600 students altogether, separated by a path running from the main entrance to the sports field in the east. The school was surrounded by woodland in the north, south, and east.
Okay, so how many sentences are there? How many sentences in the first body, Natania?
3.
1, 2, and 3. Yes. And how many points explain in the first body, Natania?
Um, 3.
Which
Sorry,
are
2.
which are?
The first one is about the car park,
Mm-hmm.
and then the second one is about the school buildings.
Okay. Is that all?
Yeah.
I think there are still other important points in the first body. Can anyone tell me?
I would say there are 4 other than car park and school buildings. They
Which
also
are?
mention the sport facilities in the east and the surroundings area.
Sport field in the east and?
The woodlands of the surrounding area.
Okay. What is woodland, Farhan?
Like surrounded by trees.
Exactly. The trees over here. Do you agree?
Yeah,
And
in the north side.
why is it written in the north, south, and east? How can you tell it's north, south, and east?
Because there's the north symbol.
Yes, this is the north woodland, right?
Yes,
And this is the
the south
south, and this is the
symbol of the north.
east, yeah?
Oh yeah,
Okay, and sport field in the east. This one, yes? Okay. So if you can add the information of east, south, north, or west, it would be really, really good for your score, band score, because it can be the preposition of location. If you use preposition of location, it indicates that you are aware of preposition of location, and it indicates that you are in a high level of vocabulary band. Okay, so please make the best use of this preposition of location. Okay. Thank you so much, Farhan, for adding the 2 main points here in the first body paragraph. But I think you are still missing one main feature. Can anyone tell me what the missing one is from the first body?
Is it the path?
Which one?
The path.
The path. Oh, yes. Separated by a path. Yes. Who's talking?
Rafifa.
Hafifa, nice catch, Hafifa. I didn't see that. I was not referring to that, but thank you so much for pointing that out. So there
Yeah.
are actually 5. There's another one. There's another information, another feature.
The number of students.
Exactly, Lintang. Well done. Where you can see over here. You see, so these 6 information features are factual. You got it exactly right from the maps information. You didn't make it up, right? It's not your arguments, it's not your opinions, it's not your thoughts. It's just based on the facts from the diagrams or the graphs. So if you include as much information as you can, it would be really, really great to improve your band score because it indicates that you can read, you are aware of the task achievement, one of the band descriptor for the IELTS writing task 1. Well done, everyone. Are we missing anything? Or we have discussed everything? Are we missing anything? Is that all? Good. Well done, everyone. Back to Natania, can you please continue to read the final paragraph, body 2?
There are plans to increase the number of students served by this school is by 4,000,
Wait, sorry.
400 in 2002. Yep.
Sorry. I'm distracted, sorry. Let me just clear all the drawings first. Yes, go ahead now.
Okay. As a result, a new school building will
Start from the first place.
Okay, there are plans to increase the number of students served by the school is by 400 in 2024. As a result, a new school building will replace the old sports field, and the two original buildings are going to be joined together. The old path will then reconnect this to the new building number 3, no longer running to the main entrance. Furthermore, a part of the woodland in the east is planned to be deforested and replaced by a new car park, as well as a new smaller sports field. Finally, a new road will be passing south of the school building, which will connect the two car parks.
Okay, now let's talk about the grammar, everyone. You can please, I'm gonna ask you several questions after this regarding the grammar. And I want you to write it down, your answers on the chat box, or you may unmute yourself immediately and tell me the answer verbally. Hi dear, I'm so sorry I cannot join this class because my son is crying now. Thank you. I'm really sorry, Happy. It's all right. No problem. You be a mom now. Okay, that's the priority. Thank you for telling me, Happy. All right, everyone. Can you please tell me what tense is this? What tense is this? There are plans. What tense? Anyone? Okay, I should call out your name then. Oh no, there are chat box. Yes, it's a simple present, yeah? Okay. What about there are plans to increase the number of students served by the school? Okay. What about this? As a result, a new school building will replace. What tense is this? Future what? There are 4 aspects of future. There are simple future, future perfect, yeah, future progressive, and future perfect progressive. Yes, it's a simple future. And the two original buildings are going to be joined together. What tense is this? Perfect future are going to be joined. Okay, before, is it active or passive? No, it's not a perfect future, Rafifah. Future perfect is like, I will have blah, blah, blah. I will have blah, blah, blah. I will have eaten in the next 2 hours. That's a perfect future. Future perfect. This is not a future perfect tense. So what tense is this? Anyone can tell me? Yes, it's a future continuous or future progressive tense. But it's not active voice. It's in the passive form. Yeah. Next, I want all of you to write down something. Yeah. The old path will then connect, will then connect. What tense is this? Five, four, three. Simple future. Not only future, Lintang. Not only future. There are 4 aspects of future tense. So be specific. Next. Furthermore, a part of the woodland in the east is planned to be deforested and replaced by. What tense is this? This is so much fun. It's planned to be. Five, 4, 3, 2. Past future. Rafifa is. Rafifa is. We have is over here. Rafifa is. Do you think is a past? No. The past for is was. Progressive future. No, it's not future progressive. No, it's not future continuous. No. Thank you for trying though. Thank you for trying. Any other answers? Try more. Try harder. No, it's all right. Don't be sorry, Rafifa. It's just a mistake. Don't be sorry for making mistakes. Don't be sorry for trying to answer. Simple continuous. Simple continuous. Lintang. Simple. Okay. If we're talking about tenses, remember, there are 3 times. So, all right, this is very basic, but let me just explain to you in a very short manner. If we're talking about tenses are all about 2 things, times and aspects. Okay, so tenses are just only about 2 things, times and aspects. There are 3 times of tenses: present, past, and future. There are 4 aspects of tenses: simple, progressive or continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous or perfect progressive. If you times the times and the aspects, 3 times 4 equals how many tenses? So how many tenses are there? Exactly, there are 12 tenses, yeah? Consisting of 3 times and 4 aspects. Sehingga tidak ada simple continuous, tidak ada ya. Karena itu 2 aspek yang berbarengan, tidak ada. Oh, present continuous. Present continuous? Present continuous is like I am eating. We are studying. Mana ing-nya di sini? Lintang, tidak ada ing-nya di sini. Ayo teman-teman, ini apa ini? Tenses apa ini? Najwa, what do you think the tense is?
Simple present.
Why do you Yes, it's a simple present, but
Yes, right? Because is in present.
yes, yes, this is a simple present, guys. Tapi dia bentuknya bukan aktif, makanya agak sedikit membingungkan. Dia bentuknya pasif ya. Tapi tetap bisa dikatakan sebagai simple present. Tapi dia bentuknya pasif. Jadinya memang seperti itu. Pakai past participle plan-nya. Tapi ini tetap simple present. Oh my God, this is so much fun. I love this. Next. Final one. Do we still have any? Oh yeah, finally, a new road will be paved. What tense is this? Type it down quickly, quickly. Yes, Natanya, now you know. Well done. Simple future passive form. Well done, everyone. So easy, right? Tenses are very easy if you really know this simple formula. Okay. All right, I'm not going to discuss the second body paragraph like the first one because I want you to do it by yourself at home at your convenient time and place by rewatching the recording and by reviewing the slides on the Google Classroom, okay? Well done, everyone. Now, let's move on because we are running out of time. Oh, I didn't notice that the picture is not clear. It's not really feasible, so I have to skip this, yeah? Can you see? Can you see the words? Can you please confirm if
No,
who's
no,
talking?
it's rather blurry.
I know, right? Okay, let's skip this one. I apologize for the blurry pictures. This is the old version materials from Kobi. It's gonna be updated and upgraded soon by the academic team. What about this? Is this clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
Are you sure the words, the instructions, all clear?
Yes.
Okay, I want you to write down only the introduction. Yeah? So please read the instruction, review the two maps, and you may do the outline first if you really need that draft or outline. But if you can immediately write down the introductory paragraph, please do it because you only have 20 minutes for writing down 150 words. Remember, the introduction consists of paraphrasing sentence and overview. You have 10 minutes to do this. Don't forget to type it down on the comment chat box and submit it afterwards. 10 minutes start from now. Good luck, everybody. All right, everyone, time is up. 10 minutes have been passed. Can you please submit your work, your introduction, please, immediately? Thank you, Najwa. Thank you, Farhan. I'm still waiting for the others. Rafifah, Lintang, Natania, Celia, Brigitta, Elena. Oh, Brigitta, Elena, I think. Brigitta, Elena, can you hear me? Thank you, Natania. Thank you, Celia. Thank you, Lintang. Is that all? Thank you, Rafifah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 submissions. It's supposed to be 7 minus Brigitta Elena, but it's okay because Brigitta Elena, I think, Brigitta has just come up, yeah? Let's start with Najwa. Najwa, can you please read your introduction out loud?
Okay. Well, the picture below appeared to be the design of the university sport hall today and the changes after it was developed. The sports center will be going through a large-scale development. There will be more facilities, equipments, and more diverse physical activities option provided.
Very, very well done, Najwa. I noticed there are some grammatical slips. It's just a few, like the picture below appear. Supposed to be?
The pictures.
Exactly. The pictures. Yeah, be careful with this because you know what? According to myself, according to my observation, my quick observation of your English, Najwa, your speaking is really great. Perhaps you have been exposed by English extensively, but in the IELTS examination, it's very unfair because if you write this a slip of grammar, just a very minor articles, typos, or misspellings, they would consider you as incompetent just because
Uh,
you misspell or forget about the articles because that's a very because they think it's a very basic subject verb agreements. So be really be careful and be mindful of this. I don't want you to lose significant points just because of this silly unnecessary mistakes. Did you say something, Najwa?
no.
Okay, cool. Well done. Next, Farhan, can you please read yours out loud?
The maps illustrated how the university sports center is planned to be renovated. Overall, the size of the building will be extended by demolishing 2 existing outdoor courts in order to expand the sports center feature facilities.
I love your paraphrasing sentence, Farhan, and I love your overview. It's very simple but very comprehensive. But if I were you, I wouldn't write down by demolishing 2 existing outdoor courts because this is the specifications. I want you not to write down any specifications in your introduction. Everybody, yes? Please save the details or the specifics for your body paragraphs. Do not spill it. Do not spoil it in the introductory paragraph. Because if you did, you would be like, oh, what should I write more in my body paragraphs? I have lost everything. I've written everything in my introduction. So in order to avoid that kind of scenario, please just be generic for your overview, for your introduction, and be specific in your body paragraph. Okay?
Okay, noted.
Well done.
you.
Lintang, your turn.
The maps show the current and the plan of development in the future on University Sports Center. Overall, the sports center will be expanded into a bigger building and added some new facilities inside.
This is great. This is what I meant by be generic in your overview. Be general. Well done, Lintang. But the maps show the current and the plan of development in the future on the University Sports Center or in the University Sports Center or at the University Sports Center. In, on, or at?
Off.
Of. In the future of the University Sports Center. Yeah, you can say of, you can say at, yeah, but not on or in, because it's not only inside of the building, but there are other outsiders. Yes, so it's not only
Noted.
inside. Be careful
Thank
with.
you.
You're welcome, Nathania. Next, please. Nathania, you there?
Yep.
Go ahead.
The map illustrates the planned design and development of the University Sports Center. Overall, there will be major development with regards to the constructions of outdoor courts.
Awesome. This is a really great job. Overall, just one grammatical mistake. Overall, there will be major development. What's missing here? Overall, there will be major development.
There will be a major development.
A major? Only
Um,
only one development?
No,
A or an is referring to singularity, which means only one aspect or one thing about it. So if you say, yes, grammatically, it's right to say there will be a major development, but not necessarily accurate. So what would you?
it should be there will be major developments.
Exactly. With S, yeah? Unless the word development can be interpreted both singular or plural or uncountable. Thank you, Nathania. Next, Celia.
The map show the future appearance of the University Sports Center after its redevelopment. Overall, the sports center will be expanded to about twice its current size. Additionally, there are some new facilities added, such as the dance studios, cafe, sports shop, and leisure room.
After listening to my feedback to your peers previously, what would you do differently from your current introduction, Celia?
Maybe it's too specific.
Exactly. So what would you do instead next time? What would you do differently?
So I'll just use two sentences. I'll erase the last sentence. Additionally, there are some facilities, blah, blah, blah.
Yes, yes, yes. So the last sentence would be elaborated more in your first body or second body with more specifics, yeah? Because if you did this, your body paragraph would sound repetitive, which is not strategic, okay? Rafifah, last but not least.
Yeah. The two maps shown the comparison between University Sports Center in present and after redevelopment layout. Overall, there will be extensive and developments after redevelopment, such as additional space and new facilities.
Great, great, great. Just one unnecessary academic writing style. The two maps, should you write down the number 2 in letters or in numbers?
In letter, I think.
Why? Why should it be in letters?
Because there is no including number in introduction.
So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think it is called decimal numbers. So if the numbers are like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, write it in letters. So you have to spell it TWO. And D-nya harusnya T-nya kapital ya. The two maps. If it's like 10, 11, 12, and more, jadi numbernya kayak ada 2 gitu, baru ditulis in numbers. That's just how the academic writing style works. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Let's see the sample answer here. Brigitta Elena, are you here? Brigitta Elena, would you mind reading this sample answer for us, please? Is Brigitta your classmate or Kobi's admin? I'm so sorry. I don't know. Classmate, yes, Brigitta. Elena, do you prefer to be silent reader in my class? If that's what your preference is, I'm also okay with that. Just let me know if you want to be silent reader or want to be active participant. There is no right or wrong answer. Just making you comfortable. Farhan, can you please read this out loud?
Yeah, sure. Overall, the sports center area will be expanded and redeveloped into a bigger one. Moreover, the changes will include some advancements of its sports facilities.
You see, it's very generic. There's no specifics or details because you would like to save it for your body 1 and body 2. By the way, Farhan, please repeat after me. Redevelop.
Redevelop.
Develop.
Develop.
Redevelop.
Redevelop.
Develop.
Develop.
Well done. That's it. That's it. That's all about the maps. Now we are moving on to the next diagram or graph in the IELTS writing task 1, which is process, or you can call it procedure. Can you please try to guess what does it mean by process or procedure? How does it look like? Any ideas? Type it down or unmute. Flowchart, yes, it can be called flowchart. So what is flowchart, Rafifa? How does it look like? Rafifa?
Yeah.
What do you mean by flowchart?
Like a structure of something like that. Like a structure.
Can you remember one example of flowchart that you have seen or that you saw anywhere previously?
In IT, like algoritma like that, like flowchart in like that.
Yeah. Celia, have you seen any process or procedure or flowchart diagrams before?
Yes, maybe the example is about how to cook something. It consists of step by step.
Exactly. So that's why it's called process, because there's step-by-step processes, yeah? Like a recipe, how to cook something. What recipe have you ever seen or watched, Celia?
Maybe a recipe to cook fried rice.
And how do you make a fried rice? Can you please explain the process in a simple way to us, to me?
Okay, maybe first we're just gonna uh, cut the onions, and then the second we have to pour the oil, the cooking oil, and then third we're just gonna add the onion to the pan and cook it until the color changes into a little bit brownie. And then we pour the rice into the pan and add some ingredients like salt, pepper, sugar, and also the soy sauce. And stir it until the all ingredients are mixed well.
Thank you. Thank you so very much, Master Chef Celia, for the recipe. That's a really good example of guiding us to cook something, to make a fried rice, for example, to showcase the process of a recipe, yeah. But Natania, what Celia did is a really good example to tell us what to do in speaking tone. First of all, you need to do this. Second of all, you need to do that. Thirdly, do this. Fourth, do this. Do that, do this, do that, do this. It's a very speaking tone. How would you change it for the IELTS writing task 1?
I think first thing first, we need to create the overall paragraph of the process itself. And then
Yes,
after that, we can go deep dive into the process.
exactly. Lintang, any ideas? How to sound not too commanding in our written process text or report? Any thoughts on this?
Don't really know.
Pardon?
I don't really know.
It's okay. Thank you for your honesty. Najwa,
Yes.
how to sound not in the in the spoken tone, instead in the academic writing tone, not too commanding. How do you do that?
How to, can you repeat that again for me?
Of course. So previously, Chef Celia already told us how to cook a fried rice, right? Basically, she said like this. First of all, you have to do this. Second, you need to do this. Next, you need to do that, blah, 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 blah. That is very direct and commanding, yeah, demanding. It's not in the academic writing tone. It's a very spoken tone. So how would you change it into academic writing style?
So if I were to change it, it would be like the first step is that you should cook your rice and
You
then
should do this, you should do that. That's speaking tone.
no, I would say like you know in the cookbooks after you have done this, put your stove into medium heat.
Try to avoid the pronoun you. Use another pronoun. Because the book that you mentioned, the recipe book that you mentioned, is not academic. It's a creative book that you can buy in Gramedia. I'm talking about academic writing, like in the journals or articles. How do you explain process, procedure, or flowchart in a academic writing style?
After you beat the eggs.
After what?
After after the eggs has been cooked, the rice was added, and then the sauces or the spices were added like that.
Exactly. What do you call that formula?
It's present continuous. Like,
It's
yeah,
Is it active or passive voice?
it's passive.
Yes.
It's a
That's
passive.
that's the strategy for you to sound like to write a process or procedure or flowchart report in academic writing styles and tone. Write it in a passive form. So instead of saying, first of all, you need to buy rice. You need to buy white rice. Instead of saying that, what would you write? To begin with, white rice should be bought or should be prepared in a bowl of what? In a bowl, for example. You see, you didn't mention you should do this. You didn't ask me to do what? You just say, to begin with, white rice and onions shall be or should be prepared in advance or should be bought in a store, whatever your instructions are. You see how different it is? Can you feel me?
Yes.
Okay, good. So these are other beneficial vocabulary for your transitions, for your linking words, to be coherent, to be cohesive. So please take a screenshot of these cohesive devices for your review. If you have, give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Like we discussed before, in the process or procedure of flowchart, diagram, or graph, we will write down sequences or step-by-step explanations. You can use these transitions, right? And in the map, for the overview, in the map previously, you can mention how many changes, how many developments, how many redevelopments. Is it extensive? Is it slight development, or how many exactly? In the process diagram, you can say how many steps are there, right? Beginning with what, ended with what? Or just say how many steps, how many sequences to cook a very good and the most delicious fried rice from Indonesia, for example, or rendang, for example, yeah? And like I said, make it in a passive form. That is the most characteristic of academic writing style, not to sound like spoken language or spoken tone. Don't forget your preposition of time or places or adjective clauses like this. For the essay organization, I think it's very similar to the other diagrams or graphs. We have introduction, body 1 and body 2. Yeah, the same formula. Introduction or introductory paragraph consists of, paraphrasing statement. The provided process shows blah, 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 blah. Or the given procedure diagram elucidates blah, 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 blah. Or the flow chart explains about blah, 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 blah. And the overview, you can say first, how many steps in the process? Is it complex or is it simple? Cycle, you can also say that to make it in a complex sentence. And in your body paragraphs, body 1 and body 2, then you elaborate more what the steps are, yeah, or the stages. Any questions about the template or the organization of the report? All good? Thumbs up, please.
I have a question.
Who's talking? I'm sorry.
Najwa.
Najwa, yes. Go ahead.
The differences about the complex and the simple process or cycle. Yeah, I want to ask, like, what's the difference about it?
Before I answer your question, I want to make it in the flow. Can you guess, first of all, Najwa, what do you think about that? If you don't know at all, anyone can guess the difference between the two? Complex process versus simple cycle. What's the difference? Any ideas?
In my understanding is that the process was like, the complex one is just like there are a lot of steps to do in one process. Like there are process 1, 2, 3, like there, but there in like process 3, you have to do 3 different steps on one process, and the simple one is like just add the you could it's like adding the sugar and the mixture or everything, but I don't know how it would that's my understanding of complex and simple process or cycle, but I don't know how you put it into the overview or what it would be like and the difference about it.
Nice question. Yes, I totally agree with you. I think we have the same understanding about the definitions of complex process compared to simple cycle. But according to my own definitions, I would define complex process is like simple process or simple cycle. First of all, it's only like it's okay, based on your definition, it doesn't necessarily have to be the quantity. Just because the quantity is 8, it's complex. If it's 4, it's simple. No. I think it's not that simple. Because if the 4 stages have more layers in each step, I would call it a complex cycle. Although it's the quantity overall, it's only 4, but stage 1 has 4 layers, stage 2 has 3 layers, and so on. I think it's very complex. But the main features are only 4 main stages. So I think it's not about the overall quantity, but rather the layers of each step. So that's my distinction between the two. And back to your follow-up question, how to write it down in our overview sentence. Can you try first before I try?
So if you put it up into the overview, it's like this recipe for making a cake would have 21 steps only. Is that correct, or is it
Yeah.
too?
Let's say, yeah, that would be great for the overview of simple process. There are 21 steps. What if the process of baking a pastel de nata has only 5 steps, but each stage has 2 layers? How would you write it down in your overview?
I don't really know, but I would probably said that into making this pastel. Pastel is a very has a complicated instructions or something. I would say that because I couldn't say that it's only 5 steps, because if it's 5 steps, it wouldn't be needing 2 layers in each steps. So I would say this has this recipe has many, and I would say unique or different, I don't know. So yeah, I would say that probably.
Yes, you can say something like that, or you can say something like this. Overall, the recipe of pastellinata has 5 major steps with 5 layered or minor with 5 other minor layers in each main step. You can say something like that, or alternatively, you can say something like, overall, the recipe for pastellinata five major has 5 major stages with its complex layers, started with blah 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 and ended with blah blah blah. There are so many of doing it. There's no one absolute way of doing it. You can use your own tone or style. Is that answering your question?
Yeah, so we could for the complex process we could divide it into majors and minor process.
Yeah. As simple as that. I would do that as well.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm gonna give you how long? I forgot the time. 25, yeah. Usually. Let me see. 20 minutes. That's too long. It's okay. We can try 20 minutes. I want you to try this process or procedure or flowchart for 20 minutes because we have learned on how to write down introductions and body paragraphs. Now you have 20 minutes. It's 12 o'clock waktu Indonesia Tengah or 11 o'clock waktu Indonesia Barat. Or 1 o'clock waktu Indonesia Timur, wherever you are. 20 minutes. Please write as good as you can, as much as you can. If you can, please make it finish until body paragraph 2. If you cannot, it's okay. Don't Google it. Don't open dictionary. Don't use AI because we are still practicing it. 20 minutes. Start from now. Good luck. Hey Siri. Set a timer for 20 minutes.
20 minutes starting now.
All right, everyone, the time is up. It's been 20 minutes. Please submit your work. Please submit your report. Thank you, Najwa. Thank you, Celia. I'm still waiting for the others. Lintang, Natania, Farhan, Rafifah, and Brigitta Elena. Please submit your work. Thank you, Lintang. Thank you, Natania. Rafifah, it's all right. If you haven't finished, don't worry. It's still a practice, so there's no consequences. It's not gonna be scored today. It's not gonna be marked, so you're good. You're fine. Thank you, Rafifah. 1, 2. Thank you, Farhan. And no, don't be sorry for not finishing up. It's okay. I know 20 minutes, it's very short. You're not alone. Okay. We only have 40 minutes left, and we have to move on to the final diagram, which is the combination of two graphs. So we don't have time for reading your body paragraphs, but you can, so please do it later. So what we can do now, I'm going to show you the exemplar, the sample answer here, the sample introduction, the sample body 1, and the sample body 2. And we're gonna be discussing the introductions, but we don't have time for reading your body paragraphs. So please compare and contrast your body paragraphs with the sample answers later outside of the class on your Google Classroom, yes? First of all, let's start with Najwa. Please read your introduction only, out loud.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry. I'm going to change the rules now. Celia, can you please read Najwa's introduction and analyze it, please? Criticize it. Read it and analyze it out loud.
The diagram illustrates the process on producing coffee and how to prepare for sale in shopping district. There are 11 stages, starting from picking the beans to packing it for sale.
What do you think, Celia?
It should be illustrates with S, not illustrate, because it is in simple present and the diagram is singular. And coffee, it's not in capital, I think.
So the C is supposed to be in lowercase?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, what else?
Is it shopping districts or districts? I don't
Najwa?
know the vocabulary.
Najwa, do you want to clarify on this? Shopping district? What do you mean by that?
Shopping district means the markets. So it covers all of the supermarkets and shops and also the other markets.
Celia?
Okay.
Any other feedback for Najwa, Celia?
I think for the first sentence, it's all. And for the second sentence, maybe you should put a comma after the stages. So there are 11 stages, comma, starting from picking the beans to packing it for sale. But overall, the structures It's all good of the sentence. Thank you.
Well done, well done, well done, Najwa, well done, Celia. Thank you so much for reading it out loud and analyzing it. I love your details. You are very such a detail-oriented person. Thank you thank you so much for correcting the punctuations, the capitalization, and the grammar. Next, Najwa, your turn to criticize Celia, please.
Okay. Well, okay. The diagram illustrates the process of producing coffee beans and preparing for sale in supermarkets and shops. Overall, it consists of 11 steps from picking the coffee beans in the field, the grinding process, and ended with packing it.
Any feedback, please?
You see, I think it's already good. Yeah, there is not much to change. Just the grinding process, though.
What do you think about that?
The grinding process is a point part in the process, but I don't really know if it's a main I don't know, it like covers all of them because there are multiple. I think she wrote grinding because there are multiple times that you need to grind them, but there are also multiple parts that you need to roast and dry the beans and also freezing and cooling them too. So I think putting to the grinding process is not that needed, but it's okay, I think.
Najwa, thank you for the compliments and for the critique. So if you were Celia, you wouldn't put the grinding process, just the opening and the closing process. Thank you for that. And what about the grammar here? Celia wrote, overall, it consists of 11 steps from picking, blah, 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 the grinding process, and ended with. Ended with, do you think it's grammatically right? Oh,
No, it should be an ending it with.
Yes, ending it with what? How would you change it?
I would change it that it consists of 11 steps from picking the coffee beans and from picking the coffee beans to packing it for sale.
Yep. Or ending it with what? Baking process. And ending it with a baking process. You can say something like that. Thank you, Najwa. Thank you, Celia. Lintang. Oh, wait, Natania. Natania, would you please read Lintang's introductory paragraph out loud and analyze it, please?
Okay. The figures provided show the steps on producing and preparing coffee for sale. Based on the pictures, there are 11 steps that needs to be completed for the coffee to be ready.
Any constructive feedback, please? Natania, you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the introduction paragraph is written quite well. I don't think I have an input for this paragraph.
Okay. Thank you so much for the compliments, Natania. Any other thoughts on this? I'm gonna give it to the floor. Anyone, do you have any critique for Lintang? Specifically on the first paragraph, introductory paragraph? All good? All clear? No errors? No typos? No misspellings? Give me thumbs up. It's that what you think. Hello, everyone. Are you still with me?
Yes, I think there is nothing to change.
Okay. All right. I can agree with you. Next, Lintang, would you please now read Natania's work and critique it?
The picture illustrates the production process of coffee before selling it in the supermarkets and shops. Overall, there are 11 processes, starting from picking the coffee beans to packing into jars.
Any feedback? Lintang. Lintang?
I think it's good.
It's
I
all
don't think there's any error.
okay. All right. Well done, Lintang. And well done, Natania. Next. Farhan, can you please go with Rafifa's introduction? Farhan,
Yes.
go ahead. Farhan, are you still opening the chat box? Oh, what?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
still reading Aviva introduction.
Please read it out loud.
Oh, okay. The picture presented how coffee that sells in supermarkets and shops produced and prepared. Overall, there are around 11 processes from beginning until the very last step to produce and prepare coffee.
Feedback, please. Feedback.
I think overall it's good.
No, I noticed there are 2 grammatical errors.
Okay, wait.
Catch it. The picture presented. Supposed to be the picture presented. Presented? Presented yesterday? In the past?
Presents.
Yes, the picture presents, yeah? Or the pictures present. And overall, there are around 11 processes from the beginning until the very last step to produced and prepared. Infinitive to infinitive. It's supposed to be Farhan?
Produce and it's supposed to be
If there's a two to infinitive, to, it must only meet with the base form of verb, only verb 1. Cannot meet with verb 2 or verb 3, past tense or past participle. So it must be
produce.
written like to produce and prepare without ed.
Yes.
Okay? Thank you, Farhan. Tag turn, Rafifah. Your turn, please.
The diagram illustrates the process of how coffee is manufactured for sale on the market. There are 11 stages where the production starts from picking the coffee beans to packing it into jars.
Stages.
Stages.
Any feedback, please, for Farhan, Rafifa?
Maybe all good.
No, I noticed there is one grammatical slip. Anyone can catch that? Chat on the box or unmute yourself, please, if you can catch any grammatical slips on Farhan's introduction.
Manufactured.
That's not wrong. It's okay. It's manufactured. By the way, that's really good, Farhan. There are 11 stages where the production starts. Oh, my bad. I didn't see the where. Well done, Farhan. I thought there is no where there. Yeah, where the production starts. This is all good. My bad, Rafifa, Farhan. Well done. Thank you, everyone. Let's see the sample answer here. Can I have... Wait. Lintang, can you please read the first paragraph? The introduction.
Okay. The picture illustrates the process of coffee manufacture and preparation for sale on the market.
Continue.
It is clear that there are 11 stages in the production of coffee. The process begins with the picking of coffee beans and ends at the packing stage.
What is the difference, Lintang, between the sample answer here with yours? I'm assuming you still remember what you wrote, right? Your introduction. If you need to compare and contrast it, what's the difference? Lintang?
The second paragraph, the overview, the sample is divided into 2 sentences, and mine is combined into 1.
Yes. And which one is the best one?
I think the sample.
No, I think if you both can be great, both are great. If you want to combine it into a complex sentence or complex compound sentence, that's also great. Okay. Celia, body 1, please read it out loud.
Looking at the coffee production process in detail, coffee beans must first be picked in the fields. These beans are then dried, roasted, and cooled before being put in a grinding machine. Grinding machines, which turns the beans into coffee granules.
What's the difference between the sample answer and yours? The sample first body and yours and your first body. Any distinctions?
Okay, so in my first body, I used 3 sentences. I separated from the beginning, the first step, the second step. In the second step, I combined some process and until it grinded. But the author just used 2 sentences, so she or he combined more process into 2 sentences.
Thank you, Celia. Thank you, Lintang. Last but not least, Najwa. The second body, please. Read it out loud.
The second body. Looking at the coffee production process in detail.
Oh no.
Sorry. At the sixth stage in the process, the ground coffee is mixed with the hot water and the resulting mixture is strained. Next, the mixture is frozen and then passed once again through the grinder. After that, the ground frozen liquid is dried in the vacuum so that the water evaporates, leaving the coffee granules. Finally, these granules are packed into coffee jars for delivery to shops.
Okay, what's the difference or any similarities or any distinctions between the sample answer, the exemplar, and yours? Najwa.
It's well, it starts with the freezing the mixture. It's just that there are a lot more linking words to it.
For example?
For example, like the after that and finally, you could say, and they go into a lot more detail into explaining the process. Like the resulting mixture is strained and then so that the water evaporates. Yeah, I think they just put a lot more words.
Well done. Well said, Najwa. Thank you so much for helping me out to analyze the cohesive devices or the structure in general, specifically on the transitions or linking words. Those in green boxes are the examples of a very cohesive transitions. You may copycat these strategies or these words or these expressions of phrases. So please have a screenshot and remember it or memorize it and implement it in your report. Okay? We only have 17 minutes left. So please do this even more in your at your most convenient time and place, yes? Because there are so much still to analyze, to break down, yeah? And you can see the recording and your answers on the chat box on Google Classroom. So please visit the link and relearn everything. Now we're gonna be moving on to the mixed diagram or graph. So basically, it's the combination between the two diagrams or graphs. So it can be line chart with bar or table with pie chart or map with whatever. So it can be mixed between the two, yeah? This is the recommendations from Kobi to report your mixed diagram or graph. You can have this organization. Similarly, you have introduction and body 1 and body 2. But the difference is, in your introduction, specifically in your overview, you have to combine the overview of the first chart and the second chart or diagram. So for example, here, what do you have in here? What diagrams do we have in here? Anyone? Yes? Table and bar chart, exactly. So because we only have 15 minutes left, I want you to just do the introduction. I want to see how you construct the introductory paragraph. So by the end of the lesson, I'm really, really hoping that you have mastered on writing the introduction, yeah, for all diagrams, for any graphics or graphs. You have 5 minutes to try this. Start from now. Good luck. Hey Siri. Set a timer for 5 minutes, please.
5 minutes, starting now.
All right, guys, the time is up. Please submit your introduction of these combined diagrams on the chat box. Chop, chop, quickly. We only have 9 minutes left. We are running out of time. Don't be shy. Thank you, Lintang. Thank you, Celia. Thank you, Najwa. I'm still waiting for Rafifah, Farhan, Natania. Thank you, Natania. All right. Last but not least, it's okay, Najwa. It's all right. Let's start with Lintang. Lintang, please read your introduction out loud.
Table illustrates the number of different transportation that is used to travel in 4 countries, which are Canada, Belgium, Germany, and Netherlands. The bar chart gives data of the reason on using car to travel in Canada.
Okay, thank you. Let's compare your introduction with Celia. Go ahead, Celia.
Okay, so the difference between Lintang's introductory paragraph and mine is I use 3 sentences.
Can you please read it out loud for us?
Oh, my paragraph.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry. The table illustrates the different types of transportation used in 4 countries, including Canada, Belgium, Germany, and Netherlands. It shows the presentation of journeys taken by car, bicycle, public transport, on foot, and other. Meanwhile, the bar chart gives the comparison of reasons why people in Canada go to work by car.
Okay. Nice
Yeah.
try, Celia. So what's the difference?
I add an additional sentence. In the second sentence of mine, I explain the presentation of journeys and the kind of transportation.
Thank you, Celia. And thank you, Lintang. Let's contrast your introductions with the next person. Since Najwa hasn't finished, I have to skip you, Najwa, for now, because later on, I'm going to ask you to read the sample answer instead. Now, Natania, please read your introduction out loud.
Okay. The presented table illustrates the journey made by several transport modes in several countries, such as Canada, Belgium, Germany, and Netherlands. Further, for the use of car, the presented bar chart illustrates the justification on why people are using it. Overall, the highest journey made was by car in all of the countries. Moreover, most people believe that there are no alternatives other than using car. I'm
Ooh,
sorry, but because for the bar chart, I didn't see that it is specific for Canada only. So I think I need to tailor.
yes, yes. Thank you so much for your reflection, Natania. Well done for self-reflection, for self-reflecting it. Rafifah, your turn now.
But I haven't finished the overview.
It's okay. Go ahead.
The table presents the different forms of transport in 4 countries, percentage of journey made by car, bicycle, public transport, on foot, and the other. While the bar graph show the survey of car uses results.
Okay. It's okay. So you haven't finished the overview. You haven't written the overview. It's okay. Najwa, you're not alone because Najwa is also there. But I'm curious to hear more from your perspective, Rafifa. What's your struggle? Is it the time? Was 5 minutes not enough? Or what are the struggles or the challenges?
I'm still confused about the tenses we should use in this.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Now let's see the exemplar, yeah?
Okay.
Najwa, can you please read the sample introduction here and
Okay.
next compare it with yours afterwards.
Okay. The table depicts
Yeah.
depicts transportations modalities in four nations: Canada, Belgium, Germany, and the Netherlands. The percentage of trips taken by vehicle, bicycle, public transportation, and foot is indicated. The bar figure indicates the findings of a survey of reasons why individuals in Canada drive to work. Okay, the differences in mine is that um I didn't specify the four nations, and that I didn't take a writing on the percentage of the trips taken by with the transportation it was taken by, and I didn't specify the reasons why individuals in Canada drive to work. Yeah, I haven't finished that one.
Thank you for the critique for yourself. Nice reflections. But have a look at the sample introduction here. It's also missing something. It's only the paraphrasing sentences for the two diagrams. What's missing here, Najwa?
It well, it misses the overview. Yeah, it misses the overview. Like, I didn't specify the four nations and the percentage, and also the reasons why individuals in Canada drive to work, so I could put it into the overview, while I just paraphrase I paraphrase as the table below illustrates the variety use of transport in four different countries, while the bar chart tells us the result of the uses of cars from the survey. Then I would specify the nations, the percentage, and also the reasons in Canada drive to work
Yes.
in the overview.
Yes. So basically in the exemplar, the overview is in the report, it's in the text, but it's not put in the first beginning. It's put at the end of the report. Either way, it's totally fine, but I would rather putting it in the after the paraphrasing sentences. So the overall here, the overview here, can you please read it out loud, Celia?
Overall, the figures show considerable variation in modes of transport use, though the car continues to dominate in most contexts.
Yes. So I didn't teach you about the overview of line graph, bar chart, table, and pie chart. It was delivered by Kak Mutia, yes? So before I close my lesson today, if you got a map or a process in your official IELTS writing task 1, it could be your lucky day because the overview is very simple. You just need to say there are how many changes in the map, or there are how many steps in the process or procedure of flowchart. But it would be a bit tricky if you get line graph, bar chart, table, or pie chart, because in the overview, you need to analyze what? What do you need to analyze in the first four diagrams? Let's see here in the bar and the table. What do you need to highlight for your overview? Any ideas? you can review or overview the variation of the modes of transport, like the sample answer did. And most importantly, if you got the line graph, bar chart, table, or pie chart, what you need to highlight for your overview is the popularity. Which one is the most or the least one? Which one is the most famous or the least famous? Which one is the most popular or the least popular? Which one is the highest or the lowest features? In here, it's very generalized into the car continues to dominate in most contexts. But you can also highlight which one is the highest or the lowest. You can say something like that, just to ensure, just to say the most significant ones. Just like when you say in the previous flow chart, you can say started with blah, blah, blah and ended with blah, blah, blah. So the starting point and the closing point are the significant highlights. Similarly, if you got line graph, bar chart, pie chart, or table, you can highlight the dominance or the popularity. Yes? Does that make sense? We are running out of time. Thank you so much for coming today. Hopefully that makes sense. Please screenshot this for your review later on. Or you can simply download the PPT slides on Google Classroom. And these are your homework. You have 3 homework representing and reflecting on what we have learned today, the map, the process, and the mix diagrams. Thank you so much for coming today. These are the references. Please go back to watch the video recording and to review the slides, and please do more the writing part, because you cannot learn anything if you don't write anything. You need more practice. Okay, thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
Kak.